You know, I'm in the zone. If you always ready, you ain't gotta get ready. We in the zone. Great man said that. Great man said that. I heard they asking what time is it? Well, it's game time. I ain't shooting no shots, I'ma bang mine. Talking about 3 deep on the baseline. Everybody just be looking at the hang time. Off the hook, bro, I'm the Sandman. Up the bat, you can really hear the fans chant. Watch the pitch, bout to split like Van Damme. Ain't for the fence, cause I'm going for the grand slam. I can't settle for less, cause people owe me.
Alright, we in the building, man. In his own podcast. Episode 5. You know, Zay Rich. We still counting, We still counting,
Santos.
Oh, Santos today?
Santos.
Billy B. It's crazy. I was watching the Brothers the other day. Shout out to Billy B, man. Shout out to Billy B. Y'all don't know who Billy B is. Figure it out. That's it. Just figure it out.
What's the movie?
I know you're talking about.
Was it How to Be a Player?
Yeah, How to Be a Player. How to Be a Player.
Classic.
Super classic. Super classic. But anyway, today, as you know, is getting close to about that time. Shout out to the nation, because it was a long off season for me. Y'all know what we went through. That's crazy. That's crazy, you want it. That's crazy. You know, we went through losing the Super Bowl and shit, but it's about to be football season. So you know football season coming up.
Yeah.
This season going to be a little different. So today we want to talk about how we think the NFL is going to look this year. We're going to step into a little bit of round predictions and shit, but we're not going to focus too much on that because I think we kind of already touched on it a little bit. But we'll touch on it a little bit too. Early Super Bowl predictions. So it's on wax. So we just can't switch their picks in the middle of the year. Like, no, I said, nah, we got to. It's in the file. For niggas know me, I know what the files do. I got a lot of them. Shout out to you know, that nigga in the files a couple times, man. R.I.P. to the mama. But anyway, he gonna know why. He know why. He know why.
Oh,
He know why. See,
now that you said it, I know why.
He know why. But anyway, we want to kind of talk about what the NFL is going to look like this year. And I think it's going to be an interesting looking season. So I know, was it the Chiefs that just came out and said they're only allowing 22% capacity. Now, we're gonna start there. For me, for football, that's gonna be real interesting because for basketball, the way they got the production for the NBA, it don't feel that much different watching it on TV. I'm sure being in the building for like the media personnel and shit, it feel different. I know Mark Jackson was talking about that, but watching it on TV, the way the production is set up, it don't feel too much different than watching the way basketball was in arenas. But for football, there's no way to simulate a crowd. It's the crowd for football is so important. It's gonna be like,
especially for a team like KC, who's like home field is.
KC, Seattle, Green Bay, those teams like even New Orleans.
Yeah, one trying to those things good.
Oh, he a Falcons fan, so that's good. Can't guard Mike, so gonna go out there and clip y'all up. He's still gonna go out there and clip y'all up. I know what Mike Thomas coming to do when he got.
Who?
That was who?
Who?
That was who?
That was what, the second best receiver in the division? Well, fuck.
We know that. We know that.
No, we know that. Do they know that?
Some people might. The Julio disrespect gotta stop. He gotta stop. But that's a whole different conversation. Cause don't get me started. Cause he not gonna do it. Cause he gonna feel like people gonna think he biased. Don't get me started on Julio conversation.
I'll just sit back,
relax. Don't get me started.
I just watch my man break.
Man. God, best in the business for the past 6 years.
Records.
Best in the business for the past 6 years. I'm gonna just leave y'all with this. When y'all debate best receiver, it's always Julio or AB, Julio or DeAndre, Julio or so and so. What's the common denominator? That's all I'm gonna say. What's the common denominator? It's always Julio or it's always Julio. But y'all always switching the other person. What's the common denominator? Stop fucking disrespecting that man, dog. I said I wasn't going to do it, but stop fucking disrespecting that man, dog. Stop fucking disrespecting Julio. He's the best in the business.
Talking to somebody personally.
It's a couple niggas I'm talking to personally. They know who they are.
They may not watch it.
That might be a fact.
Shout out to y'all though.
It might be a fact. It might be a fact, but as far as the look though, it's just gonna be weird to have that. Just speaking off of what they doing, I'm not sure because my issue with the NFL is to me, I haven't seen a concrete plan of how they plan to work out the logistics and get through a full season of 17 weeks plus 4 weeks of playoffs. So I don't. And if you count the Pro Bowl, 5.
In pre-production, I was asking him if he watched Hard Knocks because I feel like Hard Knocks kind of is showing. I mean, obviously they're limited to what they can. Obviously, Hard Knocks you're limited to what you're showing anyway.
Yeah.
But now you're even more limited because you can't really the interaction with the players, the interaction with the media is different. Like they show how like they're doing their Zoom interviews with the media. Like it's just
a little different.
It's different, but it's like they're showing you like little bits of how
they gonna do it.
Of how
of
just how like intricate like they're or not intricate how serious they're taking the COVID. As far as like because the players who I think it's the Rams players, the veterans are allowed to go home.
But the young boys ain't?
But the young boys, because they don't have a house.
That makes sense.
But they put them up in a hotel.
Oh, right, that makes sense.
So, but like everybody, like nobody's like at a like they go away for camp for a month.
Yeah.
Like nobody's at a camp. They're at their facilities, the actual facilities. I think. Well, for the Rams, they actually like built like a whole new facility. Like
they got to separate Rams and Chargers, obviously.
Yeah.
Separate.
But it's just how they've been doing it. I think they're only like 2 episodes in, but how they've been doing it and like it's showing like as far as the testing, as far as like how like they're limiting the access for the player. Right. That's just 2 teams. I'm hoping it's like that for.
It probably is like that for every team. But that's training camp. So you don't have to travel that much for training.
Yeah.
So that's cool. To me, that's an easy fix.
But
because you're not dealing with the travel and how we gonna fly, where we gonna stay at when we get to this location.
I think that part is gonna have to be it's gonna have to be trial and error. Cause remember the bubble. It was like niggas was questionable about the bubble.
That's true.
Until we actually saw it, it was like, all right, the bubble may not be too bad, but they didn't reveal too many.
You're right, they didn't, but they had you. But you knew the NBA had a plan.
I think the league
came out. What did they have? Even the players are coming out and saying like, "What is the plan?" Like, we don't. What?
See, I think
that's my issue. Like, what is the plan? Like, even if the players are even coming out complaining, what's the plan? There's obviously they not. I don't know.
See, I have a weird feeling. I think players know a plan, or they've been given like an itinerary of what a plan would be. Is some people didn't pay attention. Like how the collective bargaining agreement, how 15% of the players just didn't vote. Like it could be like that. Like it could be like they're giving them the information. Now whether they receive that information is on them because. But if we're going based off of how the NBA did it, like
we can't.
No, I'm going based off of like
announcements and shit.
The announcements and how and like once they started opening back up facilities, the NBA had a lot more positive tests than they reported. If you want to keep it a stack,
could be true.
Because Harden and Russ didn't come out until they didn't say they had COVID until after they passed quarantine. So I think on Hard Knocks only one player got it, and that was the first round of testing. But after that, there hasn't been since they started testing. Like I know there was one player that had it prior to, and then there was one coach, but it was but he had it, but then he had a false test.
There was a couple players I heard about that possibly got it.
Yeah.
I don't know about on Hard Knocks, but
and I was just one, and then the one coach was like a false pilot.
I mean, it'll be unrealistic to say they got to figure out a way where nobody will get it. Some people won't get it, but that's virus. It's like the flu. It's like some people won't get it. Yeah. You just gotta try to be safe, but some people won't get the fucking virus. It's a virus. It's spread. Its job is to spread. That's just like the flu. Yeah. But it's just as far as a concrete plan. Like I would be even cool with the NFL coming out saying we're still working out the kinks and details of it. Like we don't. But just say,
only
like,
thing they
just,
came out with is say only thing they've like for sure come out with and said like they plan on having fans at the Super Bowl.
That's Super Bowl.
Which lets me
And I
know
think-
like
but
there's
I-
a plan. There's plans in place.
I mean,
They
for the
just
Super
won't
Bowl,
tell
I think
us.
they're playing for the Super Bowl. It's the
They're
most
just-
fucking televised, watch the event in the
Yeah,
fucking
they're
country
just not
every
gonna
year.
tell us.
Of course they're gonna plan for that. That's where they make a lot of their money.
But that's the league though. But that's how the league is. Like you know the collective. Even if you go down the collective bargaining agreement, they only gonna give you like 1/4 of the story.
But that's
The NBA is more transparent. You know that.
Yeah, that's our problem with the NFL.
It's just like the
What y'all
MLB,
doing?
like, you
'Cause
just
it's
know what
literally
the fuck
like
was
we
going
just gonna
on.
be like, fuck it, we throwing y'all out there. The best way to do it is say we'll limit how many fans can be in the building, and then like that's the plan.
That's what it seemed like to us. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what it
I
seemed like
don't-
to us.
Like
But-
to me, what do I mean? Unless
I don't know nobody.
unless the NFL is working with the owners and saying you all have to come, each team has to
That's
figure
like
out
how they
how they want to.
To players.
How they want to deal with the
Travel-wise.
players travel wise and logistic wise and where they stand at to keep them safe. Because obviously, the NFL can be, if the NFL come out and say, we'll be responsible for game days and say, listen, we'll make sure the media personnel is like this, you do the Zoom interviews, or you do how like what the NBA been doing with the long microphones, extended microphones and shit. But
I think they're probably.
if they want to deal with it that way and just say we put the rest on the teams to figure out the logistics, because like we can't act like these billionaires can afford private jets for 60 players. They can't. And if you include coaches, what 190? But you can rent. That's what I'm saying. They have enough money to rent them. It's not usually in their cost because they have so much personnel. But it's like during this, it's kind of like you gotta kind of bite the bullet on that. It's like nobody's like what is. I just don't see how they figure out how they plan to work out the logistics. Of course, like logistics for NBA teams are easier because you're only dealing with 12 players really on the roster, active players that can play, and then you take in a coach, only one assistant coach, and not all their assistants. Only a certain amount of personnel you letting go.
Yeah.
So it's like with the NFL, it's like you're not getting a bubble. They traveling around the world. It's like. And it's to me, even if you
could have did a bubble, but it's like where is the middle? I'm saying where is the middle ground?
Texas, you have to make the whole state the bubble.
That could hold 32 teams.
Texas is a huge state.
No, I'm
for football. You would have to go Texas or Cali.
But you're talking about shutting down like hotels for like 4 months.
You're not shutting down hotels. You're paying.
No, I'm saying
a lot of money.
No, I'm saying shutting down hotels to the outside.
True.
If you're housing like whole teams,
that's true.
I'm about to say if you go, I want to say.
See, it's
when
easy
I was
for
working
Disney,
for the
Disney
when I was working for the
has a
Soul,
full campus.
they used to rent out. I want to say for the away teams, it was like I want to say like 1 or 2 floors.
Or you talking about right now? The hotels
You
still
talking?
get,
I
the
was like,
hotels still get their business.
yeah,
But
it's just
the
like the
outside people
outsiders
coming
for
in
like
to
6
travel.
months. You're gonna be stuck.
But that's one hotel.
Yeah, but you got to look at it as each team is
Wow.
going to have how many players and how many coaches.
But I'm saying you're right. But that's a hotel.
It's like 32 hotels.
It's not 30. Are you talking about in the state for the whole?
Cause not 32.
But my
Probably
thing
like
is this
15. You
though-
could probably house like 2 teams per hotel. Like
Yeah,
the
that's
league
what I'm
is
saying. And you spread out throughout the state,
Yeah,
and then say we do a bubble that way, and teams.
but
only
you can't be
travel
like too
within
far
the state.
from where you're actually playing.
But see, to me,
But Houston does
Wait,
have, but Texas
but,
would have the
it-
most stadiums.
That's
though.
what I'm saying. But Texas can do it though. Even if you just say within the state.
I'm saying
Making teams
yeah,
drive
they have-
within the
they
state,
have the most-
it's not that bad as opposed to saying hop on it, go through an airport and
Yeah.
fly from Texas to Jersey, then Jersey to Cali, and from
Yeah.
Cali to Missouri. Like, if you just say all of these teams got to be within this state, find hotels, they can spread out a little bit.
Yeah.
But if they got to go through certain games, all right, you got to play San Fran over here. You just drive 2 hours. Then you still kind of.
You can use some high school
Yeah, you
stadiums.
can
in
use
Texas,
high school
so-
stadiums, and then you get a travel bus for your team. Only your team personnel to be on. You don't really
Buses,
put that much
you
stress.
know.
The problem is, can these stadiums hold? You're gonna have limited fans, but then the media personnel, how would that work too? But that's easily figured out
Yeah, that's not.
because them high school stadiums in Texas,
I'm about to say,
damn near college stadiums.
Yeah,
So it's like
that's
Texas
not
is huge on
I
football.
don't think that's a problem because ESPN is high school games, so that's
Yeah,
not a
fact,
problem.
that's what I'm saying.
But it's more so, like you said, for me, the biggest part is going to be the travel, because from what they said, traveling on a Friday night for a Sunday game,
Come on, bro.
sounds crazy. Especially going cross country.
Yeah, like that's just come on, bro. Like
that's too much.
That's unless they say we're gonna travel right after a game on Monday and stay out in a specific area for a week, but then you can't. You gotta find places to practice and work out, and
It's
that's why I'm like, it's like
hard. I want football. That's why I still have hope.
Bro, how long do you expect to leave the last this season?
They're gonna last. It may not look pretty, but they're gonna last.
I ain't gonna hold. I'm thinking 3 or 4 weeks.
They're gonna last. Now college, I don't have hope.
College is done. I think college done. Why you protesting and shit?
Nah. Well, the Big Ten and the
Well, the Big Ten, I know they
Big Ten is
teams
done.
are protesting, but they protesting. But
Big Ten, Pac-12, and I think the Big 12. But the bigger conferences still.
but you name 3 of the Power 5 conferences gonna be done.
SEC and ACC still playing. And from what I read, they're allowing some Big Ten teams
But
if they can fill their own schedule, they're allowing them to play.
That's gonna be weird.
It's gonna be super weird.
I don't see that going through. Because when they have already started, college football started in August
No, they already extended. They already had pushback the start date to begin with.
to September.
September, I think the first
It's the
week.
same week of the
is-
NFL?
I want
Because the NFL started 10th.
to say it's the 20. Damn. Check your calendar. See when the 26th is.
26 would be.
Is it?
That's a Saturday.
I think it's the
That's a
20. I
Saturday.
think SEC schedule starts the 26th.
I don't know.
Because SEC is doing like 10 just in conference.
I would, bro. Y'all know how much I love football, bro. Like, that's.
Football, all
Like
nice.
football
Football
is
nice and
all right.
all. I mean, basketball nice and all, having it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
No football. I mean, a lot of
Oh,
marriages
football.
broken up.
we already get. I ain't gonna lie, but what make it worse is we already get the long 6-7 month layover without football. Because football ends in February and don't come back till fucking August, September.
Yeah.
So you talking about we go out to the Super Bowl and then possibly not have football this year? That means we're going about a year and a half.
It's worse
Bruh.
than a lockout.
What?
It's worse than a
Bro, I'll
lockout.
be in this bitch like Pookie. I'll be
That's why I think teams like the college school. That's why I think. Plus, also let's get real. Colleges can't afford not to have football seasons. Some colleges can't afford not to have their football season.
Because they're not. That's a whole different conversation.
I know what you're about to say, but
That's a whole different conversation.
The educational institutions,
That's what they say.
they just corporate America.
That's what they say.
It's corporate America.
I'm just they're business.
It's on the books.
Yeah, that's what they do. Tax write-off.
Yeah, the highest paid state workers are usually college football coaches.
Yeah, I'm sure. Was Saban making $4 million a year, $8 million a year, something like
I
that?
think Jersey's highest paid is Greg Shannon. State worker, I think. Oh, correct. I know Bama's is his next Saban, obviously.
Yeah, I mean about $8 million a year, something like that. Seven, 8.
Some weird shit.
Sheesh.
Yeah, just 7.
Or they star running back in the room eating oodles and noodles. That's
Oh,
nice.
JK? Nah. He was alright. He was solid. He ain't never been playing.
I bet he did.
Booster.
Booster.
Booster
Caught
money.
eligibility gone though.
Man,
But that's a
he
whole.
in the
That's a whole
league
different.
now. He in the league now.
That's a whole.
He in the league now. So
That's a whole different.
Stop snitching on boy, man.
That's a whole different conversation. I ain't like, look, you good. It is what it is. I don't blame him. That shit ridiculous. But that's a whole different. That's a whole different episode. We actually can talk about college football. And that whole, like, not even on the field. The off the field. Because I've been having a beef with them for years. But the NFL, I mean personally, like I want to be optimistic, but I say 3 or 4 weeks before they figure out they can't handle it. Unless they
As
just
far
gonna
as
say
the logistics, as far as COVID.
COVID, because the logistics gonna be what they are. They're not gonna. Obviously, it's looking like they're not gonna rent out private jets or buy private jets for the teams.
I don't know.
But that's some teams might, some teams may not.
I
But
know,
they
but
have
the
to
Pats
travel
have
a
their
lot.
own plane. The Pats have their own plane.
So the teams that's gonna travel a lot. I mean, all teams gotta travel, but you're gonna travel, and it's just gonna be like, I think it's gonna be like players gonna get it, and they just gonna try to figure out how to deal with it then, and just quarantine them and separate them as they come along. But
Yeah, I know.
how long is that sustainable?
You gotta pass.
You're talking about
2 tests
you
to come
literally
back.
you're talking about 18 weeks, because remember there's 17 games now, so it's 18 weeks of the season because they had bye weeks, plus 5 weeks of playoffs. So it's like you expect
Like I
them to be
said,
able to
6
deal with
months.
it.
Like I
And
said,
then-
6 months.
Yeah, then you saying,
6 months for 2
and then
teams.
you got the reports that the numbers are supposed to spike in September, back up, like it's supposed to ramp back up. That's a whole nother conversation that I'm not going to talk about.
Yeah, because I have a weird theory on that.
I have a bunch of them.
I have a weird
But,
theory that the switch is going to turn off come November 6th, about that time.
Believable. I mean,
This is me.
I mean,
What?
I ain't gonna get into that either because some people be, you know what I'm saying, wear your mask. I ain't mad at it, but
Yeah,
if you scared, you scared.
Social distancing, that's
I don't
6 feet.
even fear. Yeah.
but
But like I said, I just don't. I don't know. I'm hoping so. I ain't gonna. I'm praying. I know I'm sounding like I don't want it. I want football to come 17
How I
weeks.
had a theory about
Because I'm a Niners fan, so you know I want football.
I had a theory.
Now, if I was like a Jets fan,
Yeah, I wouldn't care.
because I know he's gonna be watching. If I was a Jets fan, I wouldn't be
Lamar.
excited because
Lamar.
I don't know why y'all think y'all gonna be better than the Pats. Y'all still might be the worst team in that division, but
Still, no, they are. Still.
I'm just saying that. I mean, Jets fans are a little optimistic.
No.
Shout out to Lamar, though.
They are.
Appreciate you,
They
bro.
are the worst. On paper,
He gonna build
on
a big
film.
watch. I'm gonna get a call probably. I'm on your back. I had to rip his Jets again. He gonna be mad. Y'all have no talent, bro. Oh, deep note. Let me not. Y'all got some talent on the defensive side of the ball, but y'all lost y'all best player on the team. Not best player on defense. Y'all best player on the team, and one of y'all better leaders. But that's neither here nor there. Shout out to Lev Bell. That's my guy. I'm mad he went to the Jets, but that's my guy.
Should have went to Baltimore.
He should have. He should have went to anywhere besides the Jets.
Nah, he should have went to Baltimore and played in Pittsburgh. Steelers twice.
Sure.
I'm petty like that.
A lot of players are too.
Not enough.
Not enough, but
Not
a lot of players are.
Not enough.
Damn. Speaking of shooters, I always Badger would have came to San Fran. Might have been the champions, but
Did y'all offer him? That did or it didn't?
I'm not sure. I think it was one of his options. I think it was. But I know he wasn't going to spend crazy money.
KC just looked good. I still don't know why Houston only signed him for 1 year.
Stupid. A lot of teams was doing that to Honey Badger. I did not get that. But, I mean, I don't know. But, quick
How
predictions.
quickly they
Who you
forget.
got a Super Bowl? Just real quick.
I gotta repeat.
I respect that. I gotta say it.
I gotta repeat. If
I think we get part 2.
my other two for the NFC would probably be Seattle, if they can get AB, and Green Bay.
Green Bay? Why Green Bay?
Because I mean,
I would go to New Orleans before Green Bay.
New Orleans don't. What you talking about? New Orleans don't scare me.
You're a Falcons.
New Orleans don't scare me. Shit, Seattle don't scare me. I mean, if I'm being honest,
See, that's, you know what it is? That's,
nobody scare me in the NFC. If we on and we healthy, nobody scares me.
I mean, the Falcons roster is.
That's what I'm saying. Like but I can't. But when I say that,
I
I
can't
sound
talk, 'cause
biased.
I beat this last year, so I can't talk. But I called that loss before it even happened. But
I don't want to, because the way I say it, it sounds biased. But I feel as though none of those teams scare me. We have Seattle's number. New Orleans, we usually go 1-1. Last year, as quiet as it's kept, we went 1-1. In the game they beat us on Thanksgiving, they beat us by 8, and Julio didn't play.
Y'all blew them out.
Or Calvin.
Y'all blew them out.
Yeah, we blew them out. We blew them out in New Orleans.
I respect the Falcons, but we last two times we saw y'all in the playoffs. We got some dubs.
Oh yeah.
You
had to come back.
We got the dub.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all had to come.
We got the dub.
But those
We got the dub.
Different system. Way different system.
Hey, way different system.
Way different system. Y'all saw us in the playoffs. Y'all saw us in the playoffs, man. We stopped running the ball.
Tony G. I didn't think I was on the team that year. I had Tony Gonzalez, Julio. I think Roddy White was on the roster.
Young Julio. He wasn't the best player. He wasn't the best player on the team yet. No, hell, he had dreads. He had dreads. Was it?
He was. I didn't think he was. It was like what 2012. We saw y'all a couple years ago in the playoffs.
The year y'all beat us to go to the championship? No, he still had dreads.
What year was it? 2012?
That's what he wore, the ugly ass, like Revolution.
Y'all don't super scare me. I mean, no team.
Man.
I don't know team really scare
me. No teams can scare you.
Like,
but for us, no team gonna scare me. Like,
no team really scare me. Outside of the one team that do, I'm lying. The one team that do is Seattle. Because Russell Wilson.
Seattle has y'all number.
Yeah. we split this year, but they just, bro. Russell Wilson.
That should never been a split.
Russell Wilson gave it a headache, dog. He just, bro, he good.
So did Kyler. Well, that's a different story.
Hey, they lost like though.
Yeah, well, they lost.
We do, but you know what it is? We do bad against quarterbacks that can really move and scramble.
Really?
And that's what it is, like. But
that division ain't gonna be a cakewalk though.
It wasn't a cakewalk last year.
No. I mean, like,
overall,
Arizona could come. Like, their defense could match their offense.
We have like the Rams just done. They still a good roster. They still a solid roster. They didn't lose that much. They lost enough. I mean, they lost Gurley.
Brandon Cooks. It's another 1,000-yard receiver, am I right?
Yeah, but they got cool. Cut. Why don't you say help?
How you gonna replace 1,000 yards? That's what I'm saying.
How you gonna replace 1,000 yards? I mean, they obviously feel he's replaceable. The teams can trade him. He's small. He didn't make the plays when you needed him to.
Did he or did he?
He did not.
Yeah.
He got hurt when they needed him. Every time.
Who got hurt when they needed him? So
he got hurt before the season. He got going. So but he was back last this season. He was balling.
I'm not big on Ramsey, so
we know you don't like Jalen. Still one of the best in the business.
That's cute.
I'm just saying, like we can't just act like the Rams just gonna be that whole division gonna be tough. Who I'm not a super believer in, who you love is the fucking Cardinals and Kyler Murray. I'm not big on him at all. I'm not. I'm not big on him at all. I still be trying to figure out people who be super fans. I'm just not super big on him. And I typically like a lot of the teams in our division. I have a love and hate relationship because I love Russell Auburn. He's gonna be. Don't. He's gonna be it. 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 Don't say it, bro.
He's gonna be it.
Come on, don't make me.
He's gonna be it.
Don't make me walk off this set, bro.
He's gonna be it. Nigga, you ain't on house. Go to your room.
What's he gonna be, bro?
He gonna be it.
He gonna be what? What is he gonna be?
You know he gonna be.
I want to hear it.
You say
I want the people to hear it. What is he gonna be?
You say it. Say what I'm
gonna say.
Almost say what I'm gonna say.
He caught himself.
Say what I'm gonna say. Say what I'm gonna say. You since you know so much, say what I'm gonna say.
Nah, he don't want to say.
Now he don't know.
I know what you gonna say. I want you to tell me.
Nah, say it then.
I want you to tell me.
Tell him say it. Since he know. Say it since you know. What am I gonna say?
So you don't want to say. You don't want the people to know what you're gonna say.
Oh, you don't want the people to think you wrong.
I know I ain't gonna be wrong.
What you saying?
He's the only quarterback in history that has had winning season in his first 8 seasons. So he gonna be that because he already off base because he ain't had no winning season this year. I'm just saying.
Semantics.
If you think it was semantics, not semantics. Alright, for
Semantics, because semantics,
he will say Kyler Murray is going to be a faster version of Russell Wilson.
A Russ. Because let's get real, the first, 4 or 5 years? Russ ain't have to do much. Russ ain't have to do much.
4 or 5 years is a reach. Maybe a year or two.
His first couple years of Legion of Boom wasn't
a couple. You said 4 or 5?
That's a couple, my nigga.
That's a few, nigga. That's a few.
Yo.
A couple is
3 to 4. 3 to 4. 3 to 4. 3 to 4.
Tops.
3 to 4. I'll take the 3. I'll take the 3.
And by then he was already blown.
I'll take the 3.
Even as a rookie and sophomore, he was what? Making plays.
Lynch.
I ain't playing plays. When that team didn't play, in the fourth quarter, it wasn't going to Lynch.
Yeah.
Why did they throw the ball? It wasn't going to Lynch. It was going to Russ. He was close.
He'd have been a 2-time Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, and then hand the ball. I mean, of course, in that situation. Yeah.
At that point, see, that's what I said.
But if we were on the 30 on the other end,
you gotta be you gotta be that type of quarterback to change the play.
I don't know why you keep saying that. That's not how that goes all the time.
Shit.
That's not how that go all the time.
1 yard line, you quarterback. They call it back. So you got all of them?
That's not how they go all the time.
No. I didn't know. It's not.
They go all the time.
Yo.
Call what he
Stop
called.
logistically, yo. Nah, niggas.
Coach call what he called.
Yo, what did you?
Coach call what he called.
In that situation, are you gonna follow that play? Or are you gonna Willie Beam in that shit?
If they got out there,
are you gonna Willie Beam in that shit? Are you gonna
they got out there?
Coach call, yo, Marshawn, Power Eye. We gonna get this.
If they got out there and he read the defense and said, "Look, this play look like it can be successful." Worst case scenario,
my nigga Ray Charles could have read that defense and said, "Hand it off to Marshawn."
Of course, they was gonna load the box.
Bro, he just got 5 yards on the first carry the first time, and they loaded the box.
I'm not disagreeing. They should have ran the ball.
Answer my question. Are you gonna listen to the coach in that situation?
Bro, the coach called what he called.
It was second down. Are you gonna listen to the coach in that situation?
That's irrelevant.
Oh my
fucking
God!
I'm not a quarterback.
Are you gonna
run back in corner? I'm not no quarterback.
Nah, niggas.
I'm running every time.
Nah, niggas, bro.
I'm not heading this shit. I'm doing the bootleg and I'm Lamar Jackson out there trying to get.
So basically, you're not throwing the ball.
We're not talking about me.
That's the point. That's the point.
Did the coach call a wrong pass?
Yeah, I don't know.
Obviously, he called a pass.
NFL feels. I don't know. Maybe
coach called a pass.
Maybe Russ was being selfish that day.
Nah, coach called a pass.
Did he?
Yeah, Marshawn, I'll tell you. We watched the interviews. He said when I heard the play call, I was just like, once I did my job. But let's give Malcolm Butler credit. And let's get that fucking slot receiver plaque.
No. Give Browner credit. Nigga jammed the receiver into the slot.
You gotta get off that.
It's hard to get off that jam when this is 6'3" nigga in front of you. But check the numbers. Kyle had a great year, bro. Kyle had a dang.
He had a good year.
And I mean, to some, you get the best receiver in the league. To some.
That's gonna help.
To some.
They're close. I don't know. I'm just not big on it.
Because the height?
Nothing to do with height. Russell Wilson's short too.
I'm saying he's shorter than Russell. I'm saying he's shorter than them.
My favorite quarterbacks are short.
Why don't you?
I'm just not.
Yo, why don't you really like Kyler? What did he do?
He ain't do nothing. When I watch his game,
what did he do?
I don't know what it is.
He throw a pretty ball.
It's just something about I don't know.
It's his name?
Nah. I don't know. I'm just not big on college like that. When I watch his game, it's weird because in college, I ain't gonna say doing him in college.
You wasn't.
I wasn't.
Because you was looking at me crazy when I said he was gonna be better than Baker. You was like, And all he did was prove that he was better than Baker.
Did he yet?
Oh, we gonna see.
Baker had a good rookie year too. I mean,
we gonna see. Oh no, we gonna see this year. You know how Baker got Odell his second year. We gonna see. And had a drop off. We gonna see.
He was a shit show.
Yeah, we gonna see. Yeah.
We gonna see.
Yeah, that offense going.
But regardless, I ain't big on Baker either. Like, so I mean,
Baker was your boy last year, boy.
That's not my boy. I was
Yo,
a fan of the.
Go back and watch it. Go back and watch it. This nigga was high on the Browns.
High on the Browns.
High on the Browns.
And look, when you
high on the Browns, you like Baker Mayfield.
Go ahead.
Bro, you go.
I was high on the Browns, and when we talked Baker, I said yes, Baker is the wild card. So not like I was big. I was high on the Browns because they got a test talent. They had a lot of talent. There's a lot of talent on how the Browns.
Baker was
and then you said, and every time you brought up Baker, I said Baker is the But their team got talent, and based on his rookie season, I'm like, I feel like it would still be good. That drop off was crazy. But
crazy ain't the word.
I mean, they still went
like
like
me out there.
They still went 88.
Thank you,
Because of talent.
Thank you, Chubb.
Because of talent, yeah.
Thank you,
Because of
Chubb.
talent, like I said.
No, thank you, Chubb.
Because of talent.
It wasn't all Baker. I wouldn't say talent. It was hope and a prayer.
Yeah, I guess. Got a lot of talent on that team.
A lot of talent.
Yeah, they ain't do shit. But coaching too. I mean, they hire rookie coaches. You know, get that either. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Regardless, we'll see what he do. If he ball, he ball. I don't hate Bird. Like I'm indifferent about him. I'm just not big on him like everybody else is.
Ain't nobody. It's like me and Skip Bayless. ain't a lot of niggas
I just
big
big on
on
him because he made the top 100. So I mean, a lot of players probably like him.
He was low.
He made the top 100. There's fucking 1,300 plus players in the fucking NFL, and he made the top 100 as a rookie. That's not low. That's not low. Let's stop this. This is what I've been talking about. Are we done? Are we done?
There's a lot of players that didn't make the top 100 that should have made it. Like, well, let me. That should have made it.
Byard?
Thank you. You named one for me. Thank you.
Well, I named a couple too, but I.
What to say? There's
a few.
There's a couple that was in that.
There's a couple spots. I don't like Julio being outside. Top 5.
That might be another episode.
Again, I'm back to Julio. Stop disrespecting that man.
Yo,
Stop it.
Who are you talking to?
Everybody.
I'm
Everybody.
agreeing with you.
Julio disrespect is like a popular thing. It's like how people disrespect Eminem. It's a popular thing these days. I don't know why.
I don't know why either.
Niggas talking about he don't get in the end zone. He can't throw the ball to himself in the red zone. What y'all want him to do? If you got a quarterback like to spread the ball around.
He said it, not me. He said it, not me. How you
How
feel
the
about the
kids
Cowboys this year?
Dad, if you watching,
You said who?
talk to my dad.
Oh, I said who? Said
He's a
who?
Cowboy. He's a
That's
Cowboy.
what I thought you said. My dad a Cowboys fan too.
Y'all was the most disappointing team in the league last year.
Browns.
You know, I got on camera.
Browns.
Nah, the Cowboys win.
Browns. No. Niggas have Browns going to the Super Bowl.
I said that's ridiculous when I had the Browns. I said the Browns would win the division.
I was
Super Bowl was fucking ridiculous. But anyway, I got on camera. I said the Cowboys was going to walk away with that division. Most talent on defense. Plenty of talent on offense. You got Zeke, arguably the best back in the league. Shout out to Buckeye.
You still arguing that?
It's still, some people still argue.
Oh, man. I said, are you still arguing that?
I never argue who I think the best back in the league is. Every year when I pick somebody, that's just who it is to me. I never considered Zeke the best back in the league, though. I said that's why I said arguably. I never considered him the best back in the league.
Oh, I think
To me,
it's just
before it
one
was
clear
Lev, and
cut
now it's CMC.
Yeah, I just want to clear cut.
I mean,
There
but
is
people
no-
will argue it. People gonna say Saquon. People gonna say, you know how that go. We get it. We get it. You do what he do.
If Christian had melanin, just a hint of melanin. If he was Odell, like
Different. That's a whole different discussion. And that's crazy
top
because
5 player in the league, even though he still might be.
Christian McCaffrey,
Yeah, if he was just light skinned.
he is a top 5 player in the league now.
To some, yeah. To some, to us, yeah. To some,
From the Caucasus land, CMC is top 5. Best back in the business right now. I don't give a fuck if he was fucking a Smurf.
you not
That nigga the
you talking
best in
to
the
a nigga
fucking
that said he
business.
was gonna eat in the league. I know.
I'm
talking about other people.
We was really the only people that was big on CMC coming to college.
And shout out to Jordan if you watch this.
We was the only people big on CMC coming to college. So, alright, but
best receiver in that
I like
draft class too.
It really goes back to what Stephen A. used to always say. The Cowboys just will find a way to fuck it up. And they did. They made me look stupid because I picked them to walk away with the NFC East, and they let them bum-ass pigeons win the division. They had Ricky at wide receiver, and the Eagles won the division.
I don't even think Ricky watches, but if he do, that's fucked up.
He was out there balling. Wentz. He was out there balling with Wentz. That's basically what they had out there. I mean, I'm just saying. But and they let them win the division. That's why I don't think I'm not big on Dak, so that's
We know. Well,
glorified game manager. Shout out to him.
we're gonna kick up this year for 5K. You heard it here first.
Yeah, didn't he throw for 5K almost this year?
Like 48.
48, 49? I'm sure he might have crossed that 5,000 barrier. I'm not. Then I might be gassing because that's tough to reach. Everybody
Yeah,
can
I'm
reach.
just saying, everybody. Yeah, you make it seem like that shit.
Everybody. I mean, shit. Now that shit.
It's still only a handful of niggas that did it in the league now, nigga.
Yeah.
I say that play now. It's only what Ben,
boy.
Mahomes, and Drew.
And Mahomes, he 5,050 first year start. God.
It's not fair. He had a try.
Is he the best player in the league? Who best player in the league?
That's it. We know who the best player in the league is.
Best player in the league.
Like JJ Watt. The fuck. The fuck, like.
I'd agree 40 years ago. My boy can't say.
Oh no, a couple years ago, yeah. Nah, I mean, is it really an argument?
Yeah, that's why I asked you. I just want the people to know. Who the best player in the
I
league?
told you we was gonna go for an hour.
Bro, we at 40. We about to be done. Who the best player in the league?
Oh,
Just let them know.
man.
Just let them know. He don't want to say it because that's a whole argument.
It's
People
not
watch.
it's not an argument.
It is though, because people argue it.
It's not, why? Because he won a Super Bowl? Because he passed for 5,000 yards?
Because QBs get biased.
Oh my God. And I always said it. If Russell Wilson was in that system, they win a Super Bowl as well. Like, I don't get it. I don't, like...
That's not really disrespectful though.
Yeah, but you're not going to put Russell Wilson as, like, the third best player in the league.
They did though.
No, they had Russell Wilson second. The players had a
Second?
second. Yes.
What are we doing?
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
What are we doing?
that's what I'm saying. Like,
What are we doing?
there's a couple quarterbacks you place in that system, I think is gonna, like, shit. You put Big Ben, like, 2 years ago in that
Dak
system.
had 49. James Winston had 5,000.
Yeah, I'm about to say James had 5.
He was balling. You heard what he said. Balling. You want more of the team, man. 5,100, 30 tons, 30 picks, man. He evened it out.
He played the Saints.
1-to-1 ratio.
On the Saints.
Did they pick him up? Mm-hmm. Wow, really? He's a backup? You had the third string?
I don't know what they're doing, to be honest.
He's also glad they picked him up.
But I feel there's a lot of quarterbacks. Like,
Glad they picked him up. That's
no
crazy.
offense, like, Mahomes is probably the best talent, but, like, you put AR. I mean, AR had a good season this year. He just had no other besides running back. If you put AR in that Chiefs system, oh my God, oh my God,
I agree,
the
man.
fuck.
Man, I agree. That's a good number of quarterbacks you could have put in that.
That's what I'm saying. That if they don't win a Super Bowl, they get damn near close. They get damn near close.
If we being real, they shouldn't have won. But
That's a different argument. But that's what I'm saying. Like,
even with the
don't
choke,
get me wrong, Pat Mahomes
choke
is
of Kyle
good.
Shanahan.
There's a
choked the
lot
game.
more he has to do.
On that 3rd and 15, I'm getting this on before what y'all say. On that 3rd and 15
What?
to Tyreek Hill, they held Nick Bosa, and the ref didn't call. So it should have been a flag.
That was a great route. That was a great
Great
route.
route. That was a great play concept.
That too.
That's what it was. The route was okay. It wasn't. He just ran.
No, he had Jimmy hula hooping out there.
It was a cool route. Shout out to Chief.
I seen a white boy hit you with that same route in flag.
Fuck me up. Hey, shout out to Denzel, bro. Have my back on that one. Fuck me up off the post corner. Whoa. Hey,
His
that's
route might
crazy.
have been better than Tyreek stuff.
His route was definitely better than Tyreek.
His route
His route was
better than
definitely better. I
Tyreek.
didn't think he had that in his bag. That's what. Oh, hey, that's crazy. But then I'm on. camera and shit. That's crazy.
Cause you just trying to undersell him. You know I'm a Tariq Hill fan though. Like you ain't just gonna play my boy like that. Like the route was okay. Like
It was straight. I mean, what you want me to say? It's my Niners. They should have called holding. I feel you. Saying shout out to Nick Bosa, bro.
But yeah,
So who the best player in the league?
Nick Bosa. He said Kurt Frank.
Hell no. We appreciate y'all for watching. That's another episode of In the
Who best
Zone.
player in the league? Who best player in the league?
Why you know?
Who was that?
People know, bro. Aaron Donald, bro. The best in the business. He's the
He
best.
said
football player in the
if you got two first names, you gotta be a baller. Child of Prime.
on Moses.
99 reasons. And, Prime say 21 reasons, but he gonna give you 99
Facts. Best player in the business.
reasons why he
Best
is
player.
the best player in the league.
Player. People that do all that quarterback bias shit. I don't be on that. You watch football for real.
Even though if I was doing a draft, I probably there's
Oh,
quarterbacks that would go
Patrick
before.
Mahomes
Yeah.
first. Yeah.
But that's
Yeah, on Patrick Mahomes first. And then Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Probably Drew Brees and Deshaun Watson. Yeah, play quarterback first. Obviously.
yeah. But that's what
But
I'm saying. That's
when
what
those
I'm saying.
elite ain't there, I'm taking Aaron Donald. That nigga
Stupid question.
destroys game plans.
If I was having an argument, I forget who it was. If Mahomes has the same situation, if you replace Mahomes and Deshaun, does Mahomes have as much success as Deshaun has had so far? And would Deshaun have as much success as Mahomes? Because they're going to be compared because they're in the same draft.
I think Mahomes has as much success as Deshaun.
As much or more?
I think equal.
Okay.
I don't think Deshaun does what Mahomes does.
What, like
Only because
the 5K 50 touch?
Yeah, only because
It'll look different. It'll look different.
It'll look
It'll look
different.
different.
Stats will look like that.
He'll
And
get
I-
like 30. He'll get like 35 to 40, but he'll get like 10 rushing touchdowns.
but only because, to me, Mahomes is a better thrower. In my opinion.
I'll give you that. I think Deshaun is smarter.
Oh yeah,
I
definitely.
think Deshaun is.
Definitely.
I think Deshaun is
That
smarter.
goes without saying. That goes without saying.
You'll be surprised. For some people, how they will feel differently. We know.
I'm not even arguing about it. Go watch The Shop. When Patrick Mahomes on the episode, he literally tells y'all he didn't really understand how to read defenses
That's
until
why I said-
halfway through his second season.
That's
He
why I
was
say-
just starting to learn, which is why we were able to make him look so fucking bad for 3.5 quarters.
Mm.
So you talking on football IQ? Yeah, Deshaun. Yeah, hell yeah.
Andy Reid.
But it's just arm talent and
Yeah, that's what.
arm talent and just
Yeah, you can't.
Mahomes
But
is-
that's something you.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Mahomes, that's what I
Like,
mean.
this
Like, I
is-
think he would have this good a season, but
Like, not everybody gonna have LeBron.
and then remember, it's like weapons was kind of like, all right, you go to Houston. He'd had D Hop, Fuller would have stayed on.
Yeah, well, it's not. You don't got Kelsey back there either. Like, it's
Yeah,
it gets
Yeah,
steep.
you
Like,
look-
you got,
yeah.
and you got one nigga and then like one possible Fuller.
Who
That
will
Chiefs-
play 8 games, but
That Chiefs team is. Who
stacked
you
on
want to
offense.
guard,
They're
nigga?
stacked on offense. And it's crazy because on defense they're not stacked, but they got great players in the right, like safety.
They have the
got that
right
front line and
players.
Chris Jones.
Yeah.
Doing, like they got the linebacker. Like
They have the right.
they don't got a bunch of great players. They got the, like you said, they got the
They
right
have the
players.
right players.
But yeah, but I think yeah,
Well, to play defense, you don't have to have a. You don't have to have,
system,
Yeah,
system.
like
You
you
need all that
can
talent.
get a whole bunch of Patrick Chungs out there if they're good.
You need all that talent. Look at the Patriots.
Patrick Chung,
Motherfuckers get paid after they lead the Patriots because that system make them niggas.
he was ass in Philly. What?
Philly made a lot of DBs ass, but we ain't gonna talk about that. Shout out to Oswald. It's a throwback.
Asante was alright though.
Asante was cool. Cover three, zone, cover corner.
Yeah, you know he was.
But that defense was built for him.
Yeah.
Namdi was a man cover corner, and they took 2 corners that do the opposite shit and tried to.
Listen,
And then they took.
you talking to them, not me.
My bad. Y'all don't know my bad.
You talking to them.
I am a dog.
I know.
Eagles going to the Super Bowl this year.
Facts. They gonna win too. They
probably
They gonna beat y'all in the
They
championship.
probably win a Super Bowl the next 10 years in a row.
They gonna beat y'all in the championship.
They are. They probably. Yeah.
Porn star Jimmy ain't gonna show up no more.
Yeah. They don't have no legs.
Nick Bosa gonna
Do you
get
know?
shut down.
Do we know what Wentz do in the playoffs? Baller.
Baller. Super.
Need to be eating.
Shout out Miles.
Facts. Might be the best in the business. Best.
Definitely.
Might be.
CMC, you know.
You can argue that.
If you look at the numbers, the ratio,
Yeah.
CMC had more carries, but Miles probably did more of what he had, you know.
Yeah, because it was injured. Miles
Yeah.
probably,
You know.
You compare his 10 yards to
Regular
CMC's 100.
You know, Ertz.
That 10 yards was crazy.
Ertz best in the business.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Regular shit.
He was gonna win the next 10 Super Bowls. Next 10. I called it. We sitting here today.
Dynasty. 4 years.
4?
4 for 4.
Year and a half.
4 for 4.
4
4 in a row.
Shout out to Wendy's.
So,
Just saying.
and on that note, and on that note,
Hey, we appreciate y'all watching, man. Go follow us on all the pages. Another episode number 5. In the
your boy
books.
got an IG now, but that's later. You'll get it.
In the future.
He'll get it.
In the Zone on Facebook, In the Zone on Twitter, In the Zone on IG. Please go follow us.
Say Rich,
Subscribe to the
say
YouTube.
Rich 31 on IG.
Yeah, nah, that's
Is
not
it?
mine. Nah.
No,
Nah.
what is it?
Nah. That'll be in the comments. I don't need my personal IG. I don't know what I'm saying. What?
What they want to see? What they want to see?
Zay.Rich 24.
Hey,
man.
24. Hey,
2 hours.
I knew you was a Bean fan. I knew
I
you
was
was a Bean fan.
I was
You
24
before 24.
Yeah. I'm a Champ Bailey fan.
bro.
I'm a Champ Bailey fan, bro.
Hey, you right.
Whoa, look.
Right.
I was 24 before. I was mad when he turned 24, but now it's just RIP to the mom, man.
Well, yeah. So, and then I think Poppy the Poppy Dos Santos. Poppy _ Dos Santos.
Just go follow the
All that
page.
foofy shit.
Please comment, like, subscribe to the YouTube page. Let us know if y'all got any suggestions, any topics y'all want us to talk about. We doing everything, and we do got some good topics coming up. So if you want to be on, let us know. Just hit me on the book. I'm usually always on.
Yeah, him. Don't hit me.
He don't like talking to people, so hit me on the book. He'll talk to me again.
Not really.
But
I'll regularly do that.
hit me on the book. You want to get on. Let me know what the topic is. He probably can work something out from that something. Unless you're an Eagles fan, just stay over there. That's it.
And on that note,
In the Zone.